this club with you, girl. Don't know why I came in with the diamonds on my chain. Surrounded by bad, I can't get them out my face. Cause I handsome and
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Cause you know. Cause you know. Cause you know.
What do we know?
Cause you know.
What we know.
I'm surrounded by pretty girls. And you, so you handsome. I can't say you stuck. It's your girl Racqui B. If you're just tuning in, it's the Rundown with your girl Racqui B. Each and every Monday right here, 100.9 FM from 4 to 6. We rockin' from 4 to 6 with my boy DJ Stunt.
Racqui B in the house.
Woo! I see you working on that voice, boy. Yo, it's so fun. Listen, we have a fun packed show today for you. I got my girl Rachel, Janae. Hey.
Hi, everybody.
She waved like,
yeah,
they can see her like
she.
Hi.
Y'all know y'all got that one extra friend.
And you know I was looking for the camera too.
I was like, oh, who's she waving to? Okay. Hi, girl. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You look so cute. I love your hair.
I love
your
so
hair. Like
much.
This natural coil, pinkish, copperish thing you got going on. It's
keep going,
so
keep
cute.
going, because everybody in the radio is like, we can't see.
Yeah. So it's okay, you guys. It's like an afro. And it's really curly. It's so cute. She has nice textured hair. Okay, so if you don't have nice textured hair, don't go natural. And she's really coiled and curly, and it has like the tips are pink, and then the rest of it is like copper, as if like the pink faded. Man, it's beautiful, man. It's like a sunrise.
And if y'all confused what Racqui's saying, just make sure you guys watch this. Watch it later on the YouTube page.
Yes, Ashford Films in the building, recording it for you guys so you can get a better visual.
Because I know you got people like, what is Racqui talking about?
What is she talking about?
She tripping.
Rachel,
yes.
Who are you? Who is Rachel? Tell us who you are.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rachel JANAY, and I am big on queen empowerment. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of events centered around queen empowerment and women coming together to love on each other and learn from each other, and also to heal.
To love on each other.
Yes, that's important because we're so busy side-eyeing one another and talking about each other. Mm-hmm. So it's important for us to come together and just love on each other. It's really not that hard. We make it harder than what it really is.
Right. So how did you get into that? Did you experience something in your life where you're like, okay, we need to check this? How did you get into women empowerment events?
Honestly, G-O-D. Because originally, like, I grew up, I have 3 brothers, and I've always been close, like, to dudes. Like, I can hang around dudes and I'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Women, it's always been a little
different.
Why does women always say that? I always hear females, like, because I have a lot of friends with females, so I always hear them go, man, I can't hang with, because she just messy. I'm like, yo, why can't y'all get along?
Mm-hmm. Why can't we get along, Rachel?
Which I don't understand. I think sometimes people don't like you because of what they see in you, and they don't see it within themselves, so they find a way not to like you. Honestly. Which is kind of crazy.
Racqui doing that.
Why can't we just sit down? Why can't we just sit down at the table and learn from each other? But people turn it into a competition. Ooh. And don't get me wrong. No, I will not collaborate with certain people. No. But some people you are able to collaborate with, and you can come together and, make it something big. But we won't do that. If we're doing the same thing, it's like, nah, I can't sit at the table with her. She might take my idea. First of all, these things are ideas. You don't know if God gave me and you the same vision.
Exactly.
And God will bless us regardless if he gave us that vision.
Right.
But we're so busy. Oh my gosh, she copying off me. She's taking my ideas. Girl, if you don't sit down.
Right.
If you don't sit all the way down, because what's for you is going to always be for you.
Weren't we just saying that, Stunt? What's for you will always be for you. Have you ever experienced any girls that's like the shade? Have you ever experienced any shade? Can you give an example of some shade that you've experienced?
Just don't give no names.
Don't give no names. But did you see any shade thrown your way?
Her eyes.
Look at her eyes, like
my mic on.
It's all the way up.
Unfortunately, yes. But I seen it coming. I seen it coming. I was warned that it was going to come. But I'm one of those people, just like, whatever. When people come and tell me stuff, it's just like, until I see it myself, if you see that she's going to turn on me, okay, I'll take that. But until I see it myself and I see that she starts acting funny towards me, that's when I'm like, oh my God. But it definitely did come. It did happen to me, and it was all over, supposedly over me using the word queen. And originally she was using the word first.
Oh. Well, Queen has been around for
a very long time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think any of us invented that word.
And to me, if a woman respects herself, she's a queen.
Right. It was crazy. And the people that were coming to me, I told them, I said, listen, if that's your friend, you need to sit down with her and get to the root of the problem. Because the root of the problem is not me using the word queen. The root of the problem is more women are gravitating towards me rather than to her, because I don't talk at people. Who am I to talk at anyone? And it was a crazy situation, but like I said, I seen it coming, and I had to like really calm my nerves. At the time, it was just like, listen, you're not going to go on social media and make me look this way. You're not going to talk about me to people and then have people looking at me crazy.
Right.
And they don't even know me, and they don't even know my side of the story. That's how it was. And I was just like, okay, the truth will always come out. The truth will unfold, and people will see you for who you are, and they'll see me for who I am. But as far as all that competing, I thought it was crazy. Like, why can't we do the same thing? But I will say, even though I was associated with that young lady, I would have never collaborated with her. So that could have also been a problem, that we were friends and I wouldn't have collaborated with her, because me and her, we have two different energies. And I don't care how long I've known you. If I feel like you're going to be disrespecting the woman and talking at the woman and not uplifting, but trying to act like you're uplifting them.
Okay, so you and this person were friends.
That's what you...
Yeah, you were friends. And you... So was that the base of the issue, that you guys were friends and you took the word queen?
Well, sometimes in life when you have friends and you start to progress, those friends be turned into enemies. So that's how life works.
But if she was using queen first, and then you use queen,
but
I don't think it was the queen word.
It wasn't, because you know what's crazy is I started to think that, and on Facebook, your memories, I was on there like, I've been using queen for kings and queens. Good morning, kings and queens. But I honestly will tell you that the thing is, I always had a passion. I always wanted to find a way to like work with men too.
Right. Okay.
So that was the thing. If I would have worked with men, we would still be friends right now.
Right.
But because I started working with women and that's what she was doing, then that's where our issue came. But to me, there should have never been an issue, because with me, there was no competition. Whatever you're doing is whatever you're doing, and whatever I'm doing is whatever I'm doing.
But you took her following.
We actually had the same following. People would inbox me. People would honestly inbox me like, yo, why is she posting similar stuff? People would say that to me.
Wow.
People would, and then when I finally told her, like, yo, when she said something to me, I was like, yo, people have been coming to me for a long time, but I never let it bother me. I never came at you sideways, because I would tell them. And I had the messages to prove, and eventually I erased it. Because I was just like, I'm not about to go back and forth. If you want to believe whatever you want to believe, I shouldn't have to prove anything to you. Can't nobody actually say I said anything bad about you. Because if I did, I would have repeated it to you. Because I don't have sucker in my name.
Right.
Like, I be telling people all the time, don't let my little cute statuses fool you. Like, you're not about to play with me.
Oh, you hood. The hood coming out right now.
No, I don't mean it like that, y'all. I'm just saying. I just don't like...
That reminded me of Cardi.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She on her Cardi B right now.
Yeah, Cardi was like, listen, I had enough. Enough is enough. High bridge. Here we go.
I ain't no sucker.
But let me put this out there.
Yes,
real quick.
Go ahead. Put that out there.
There's no
zoom in on her, Kyron.
I love her, because that's what we're supposed to do.
Right.
But we won't sit at a table together. There's nothing for us to talk about. Like you can forgive a person, but there's nothing for us. We'll never be friends again. But I love her and I forgive her, because that's what I'm supposed to do. Like there's no
don't block your
issue.
blessing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna block my blessing, because this is what God chose me to do, and who's to say that's not what God chose her to do? So we both walking in our calling, just separately.
I respect it. You gotta respect it. And you're also an author, right? You had a book of poetry.
Yes, an inspiration. Yeah.
And it was
Crowns,
called
Roses, and Thorns.
Crowns, Roses, and Thorns. Why that title?
Because I wanted everybody to know that they can be redeemed, and that they can rock out with their crowns, and have your roses on the side, disregard them thorns. It made you who you are,
right?
And just embrace it.
What was your favorite poem in that book? Do you have a favorite poem? Can you recite it?
Yeah,
you know I was going. You know where
that's why I shut it down.
That's why we here.
I'm so sorry you shut that down, because that's been a while. But one of my favorite writings was entitled Homosexuality. Because it was bits and pieces of my story and what I had been, what I went through growing up and how I was sexually assaulted and molested growing up. And I was just basically saying that I don't judge people that are homosexuals because I don't know what it took for them to get to that place of dealing with homosexuality. Because what I've been through, like I had to deal with identity issues. I had to tell myself like, oh no, the chick is not your calling.
Right.
Like I want a whole man.
Right.
Like I had to like talk myself out of that because when I was touched on, like it was multiple times, but a few times it was by a female. So I had to be like, God dog.
Oh wait. So you got molested by a female?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the whole different.
Oh, wow.
This a whole different turnaround.
Yeah. So.
Oh, wow.
So you.
But it wasn't just by one. That was that incident.
That was that incident.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that happened and I had to deal with that and I had to fight through like, oh my goodness, Lord. Cause you know, when you see girls, you're like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty nice, but okay, that's where I wanted to stop at. I don't want to think about holding her hand and all that stuff. But that's why I'm just like, so when people talk about homosexuals, I'm just like, you don't know their story. You don't know what got them to where they're at. So that's why it's off the table for me. Like some things I don't understand, but I don't talk about them because a lot of them went through the things that I went through and that's why they're like they are. It's not something that you just snap out of.
Right.
But it was me telling my my story and I almost left it out because I was like, my brothers may get this book, but then I was just like, I gotta be comfortable with my truth. It didn't happen to them and they weren't there to protect me and I didn't want them to feel bad about that because you can't be everywhere I'm at. You don't know what's going on in my life, and that's why when I did talk about it, they were really pressed. Because they was just like, yo, when did this happen? Like, upset. Right. And I'm just like, y'all.
And if you live your truth, nobody could use it against you.
Right.
And that's especially when you're talking about that person, and they read it, and they be like, oh, wow, she talking about me. So every time they see you, their face gonna be like this.
Right.
And it makes you relatable. Telling your truth makes you relatable, makes you likable, and it places you in the position where you are now, where you are able to speak to women, and they are able to listen to you and take heed because you're coming from a side of empathy. Like I've been there, so that gives you that's part of your strength of what you do because you are relatable.
Right.
Ooh, Lord, Rachel, I didn't expect all of this.
Yeah.
Jeez, this what we do on the rundown. We get the rundown right here, man. I know you had a few events. I want to talk to you about your events that you had and how was it for you. Okay. But we'll take a little break. We'll take a little break and regroup, right, son? This is a rundown with your girl Racqui B. Got girl Rachel JANAY in the building. Stay locked in. 4 to 6 and you the weekend. We like 4 to 6 in the weekend. It's your girl Racqui B, and it's a rundown each and every Monday right here, 100.9 FM. I got my girl Rachel JANAY. If you're just tuning in, Rachel was giving us some tea. Tea. Can we repeat your tea?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a sip of the tea, right? So, okay, so Rachel, you are a women empowerment guru.
Yes, the creator of Queen Talk, No Shade, No Tea.
Queen Talk, No Shade, No Tea. Okay, honey? You gotta do it with a snap. Queen Talk, No Shade, No Tea. You're also an author. She's also an author.
I'm sitting out on the snap part.
Yeah. You know you want to snap, son.
No, I'm good.
Queen Talk, No Shade, No Tea. Snap.
Nah, no snap. Sure.
You're also an author. A poet. Right?
Yes.
We'll call you a poet because it's a book of poetry. Right?
Yeah, but I want to hear the poem.
I want to hear a poem.
For real.
Can we hear a poem? Do you have anything atop of your dome? Roses are red.
Let me tell you something. I like to write. Like I'm into like inspiration and spoken word and poetry and all that stuff. But like all that off the top of your head, if I'm walking through the house, then yeah. But sometimes.
So wait, I gotta be a fly on the wall at your house?
Right, basically.
Wow.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Basically,
that's how I sound.
She can.
I'm gonna be a fly one day. I'm gonna post up and be like this, and then she gonna be doing her thing, and I'll be like, "How you doing?"
Snap.
Oh.
Snap.
But you said you ain't snapping.
You notice that nothing ain't happening.
I can hear it.
So, your events. Let's talk about your events. What do you do? Women empowerment events. So what goes on at your events?
Actually, we talk a lot. I have like icebreakers that we do, that gets them to open up about their life and think about things that they don't normally think about when it comes to their lives. We need a lot of Kleenex, because it's like always a healing session at each and every one of the events.
Right.
People that you think would just be a little uptight or afraid to speak, they actually open up and they speak. And it's always an amazing feeling to know that you're not the only one that's been through something or going through something, and the other women like gravitate to that because it's just like, oh my goodness, I was just depressed a few weeks ago. Okay, you're telling me how you just got out of it. So it's always good. Like, we come together, we laugh, and of course we cry, like I said, because really they always ask like, okay, is it gonna be Kleenex next time? Because it's like they come there to get renewed. And it comes to where they're not going to be judged. Right. And honestly, at all my events, there's never been an issue. Like, I haven't seen anyone act funny towards anybody else. No side eyes, no nothing. Like, they really come there expecting to hear something or expecting to do something that's going to make them think outside the box. Right, right. So it's always a good feeling. It's definitely a good feeling.
So have you, what in your life have you, I know you touched on it a little bit, but what in your life have you suppressed that you're able to release at this event? You personally?
My story, like I was speaking about earlier, finally being able to talk about it. Being able to talk about growing up broken, growing up not feeling, I don't know, it's not even, I don't even know if I want to say like not being good enough, but always being misunderstood, always being rejected, you know, having to deal with low self-esteem, and not, you know, you don't look the part. Like, you know, you're supposed to, you know, look a certain way, or it's you're so cute for a chunky girl. Oh, let me pinch your cheeks. Like, why can't I just be cute, a beautiful girl? Like, why do I have to be cute as a chunky girl? And stuff like that literally sticks with you. Now it's to the place where it's like, okay, I know I need to, you know, go to that track, you know, and all that good stuff. But I have a trainer now, y'all, okay? So I'm a work in progress. But now it's just like when I look in the mirror, I still feel good because I know that I'm not at where I need to be. Right. But I know that I'm getting there. So it's a total difference. Like, now you don't got to tell me I'm cute. Like, I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm, even if I don't, you know, like right now when I tell you my hair, even it's just like, girl, you cute, you know, you cute, and I have to, and I tell myself that, and I really mean it. It's not like I'm just trying to tell myself that to make myself believe it. Now I'm to a place like where I really mean it. So if you don't think I'm cute, that's fine.
How did you get to that place?
Girl, I had to love the hell out of myself. I had to learn to love the hell out of myself. I had to stop covering up wounds with bandages and like actually heal. Heal. And when I say talking to myself, I literally had to talk to myself, affirm myself on a daily basis, and stop being afraid to be who I am and who I was created to be. Because sometimes, you know, people speak stuff into your life because they want you to be a certain way. And I was just like, yo, this is me. This is me. Like, I grew up in church. So I be telling my mother a lot now, like, I have to teach myself now. Like, because, you know, some of the things that you've been taught, it confuses you. Right. And it's like, I started to like talk at people and be so deep. Now I told myself, I don't want that. Like, I want to love God, but I want to love God and learn God for myself, not what I have been being taught. Right. And my life has been going pretty well. Like, I've had some, recently it was just like, I woke up and I was like, oh, hell no. I felt like I was like going through a depression all jokes aside, because I had so much stuff going on. And I had to talk to God like, yo, you done brought me too far. Now, if I could be molested, sexually assaulted, and didn't lose my mind, this little stuff I'm going through now, I can't afford to lose my mind. I can't afford to. So it's like a healing process. And, you know, one thing I want to say is people think that you just wake up in the morning and you're healed. And healing is a daily process. It's daily. Like, every day, like, I'm healing. I'll never arrive. Right. I'll never arrive, but like, I'm getting better with time, and I'm loving myself. I'm not waiting for somebody else to come into my life and love me. I'm learning to love me for me. My wounds, my scars, everything. I'm learning to love me and accept me for who I am and who I'm becoming.
You see, preach. I understand that, because there's a lot of times people think that mental health is that you're just crazy alone, but sometimes you go through a lot of things growing up to the point that you gotta, you know, find somebody that you can have a conversation with. Not literally go to a psychologist just to sit down on the couch and be like, I think I'm going crazy. Nah, sometimes you got to talk things out, because the more you hold it in, especially us as, you know, black people, as black people, that we hold in a lot of things that we're taught that, you know, we can't go and have a conversation with somebody because that's showing that you're weak. And that's not showing that you're weak. That's basically showing that, yes, I need help. Right. You know what I'm saying? I need to sit down and have a conversation with somebody that don't know me and that's that has a degree within this that could help me out.
Right.
You know, and there's a lot of that going on now. So, you know.
Do you have a lot of people that reach out to you for advice and for consoling?
A lot.
Does that get overwhelming for you?
I used to try to think it didn't, but it honestly it did. My issue is this: like, I don't like going in circles with people. If you come to me. Come to me because you want to grow and you want to do something different. Don't come to me with the same thing every single week or every single day. It's the same issue. Like, no, you have to change. You have to change yourself and change your environment, obviously, because you're going through the same thing day in and day out. And no matter how much I tell you, go left, you're going to continue to go right because something in your mind is telling you to go right. So that's what that used to annoy me, and to be honest, some days it still does annoy me because it's just like, why are you coming to me to ask me something if you don't want any different results? You want to remain stuck. So until you choose to not remain stuck, it's nothing I can do for you. Right. But it's so much easier said than done, though, because, you know, if you're used to something, if you're used to that cycle, it's hard to get up out of it. But like I was telling one of my close friends the other day, I said, you have to look in the mirror and choose to love yourself. Love yourself first. Chasing a man, trying to make a man make a man love you, you're going to continue to hurt yourself. Love yourself. And when you love yourself enough, you're going to end up leaving him. Because I don't have time for those excuses. You get to a certain age where it's just like, he's just like that, or I'm going to pray that out of him. Hell no. Unless he want that out of him, he's going to remain stuck. He's going to remain that same man. I'm sorry, got a little upset. But it's just like, when it comes to my friends, because I know who they are and I know what they're capable of and they don't see it, I'm just like, sis, listen, I was there and I refuse to go back there. Trying to be the angel and speak life and, oh my God, his potential. What is he showing you? You can see all the potential in the world, but if he doesn't see it, he's holding you back. And you're wasting your time. And that's how I was. I was dealing with somebody who was broken, but I just loved him so much. And I thought I was baby Jesus and I was just going to save him. And he ended up doing more harm to me than he was doing. Than I was doing to him. I was loving him and he was hurting me. Like, that's crazy because of his potential. Like, no, I don't be just talking just to talk. Like, this is what I've seen. This is what I've experienced. And I be trying to tell them, like, yo, I don't care how long you've been with somebody and what you see in them. Sometimes you have to close that door and keep that door closed and stop opening it. Because when they see that you got a revolving door, they're going to apologize, say they sorry, and still come back and do the same thing. Yo, and then you're gonna be on first 48.
I ain't gonna have you talk bad up now. Let me stop.
Listen, but men, that's the thing with women. We see a man's potential. We never see what's there for face value. We see the potential, and so in some cases it could be a good thing because some men do change and do grow up and they do, you know, figure it out, and it ends up being a happy story, happily ever after.
Right.
And other men, they just fake it. They fake it and then they get complacent and they get comfortable again and it's back to the same drawing board. So it's like, we can't win. So when do you walk away? When do you actually be like, okay, you know what? It's not going anywhere. Like, this man is really not growing up.
I don't even want to say when you get tired because you may never get tired. Like, when you start loving yourself is when you walk away, because obviously there's something within you that's still broken because you're still latching on to him.
So how you know it can't be you? I'm just playing.
Well, you know what? Sometimes we are, as women, are very broken too. Broken individuals trying to love each other. I get that, but I tell you what, when you know who you are, you know that you really love yourself. It's easier for you to leave. Now, if you broken, you confused. Hell, so you think, oh, we're both in love and we're gonna both love each other forever. But when you really, 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 really love yourself and you know your worth, it's just like, sir, I love you, but I have to go. Yeah, you may cry a few days, but eventually you're going to find your purpose, man. You're going to realize why you had to leave this joker. And it's not even just about men. Hold on. It's not even just about the men, because some females are just like that. Exactly. So it's just like, I'm a woman, so I'm speaking like that. Like, I really, but it's the same for women
and
too.
Sometimes a man show you who he is from the beginning and y'all just don't want to see it.
That's
see
true. It. That's key thing. Potential.
And sometimes he tells you, this is what I am, this is what I'm about, and you be like, I think I could change him.
I've gotten that before.
Right, and then a man is who he gonna be. So right. You can't change a person until they want to change. But so you got to work on yourself. You can't try to work on yourself on somebody else.
Right, at the same time. That's true. Because obviously if you're trying to get somebody to change, that means you do have to still work on yourself, because you feel like you still got to get a build a man.
Build a man.
A man you can't build. He has to be able to. For example, I was listening to somebody's conversation that I know. Wasn't listening. Yeah, I was listening.
Eavesdropping.
No,
being
not
nosy. Go ahead.
No, not
I'll
eavesdropping. not eavesdropping. They were having a conversation with me, but I wasn't talking back. I was listening. So they were saying to me that how they've been trying to work on their boyfriend for a long time, and you need to have a conversation with your friend. I'm like, I don't need to have a conversation with him. That's your man. I'm like, I don't get involved in nobody's business. I said, so I'm there listening, and then she just keeps talking. She keeps talking. And it sounds like all the problems she has with him is what she sees that she wants in a man. So if that's the case and you know what he's about, why are you still messing with him? And there's no such thing as a perfect man. So if you're looking for a perfect man, and this is what I hear every woman say, oh, he's not like this. I see this other guy like this. I see this other guy like that. You know how many guys you're talking about now? You see this guy, you see this other guy, you see this other guy, you see this other guy. So now you're taking all these guys and trying to make the man that you're looking for. It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't.
You got to be able to deal with something. Deal with somebody and deal with what they come along with. Other than that, just walk away from it. Don't start a family. Don't start none of that, because that's where all the problems come in.
You got to know what you're willing to deal with.
Right, and then you start to scar a kid and bring that kid up in the same situation that now you're in.
That's true.
And you just made kids. So then now you start a whole cycle again, and then there goes the cycle.
That was good.
That was really good.
I tell you what, all my mishaps. I'm so glad I ain't bring no baby in. I want to tell you that right now.
But it's like you have to know what you're willing to deal with. There's never going to be a perfect guy. Never. A lot of women leave. It could be a long-term relationship, and he probably struggling a little bit financially, but everything else is there. And you go to the neighborhood drug dealer because he has the money, but then you have to deal with the infidelity. So there's never anything perfect. It's like you have to. The grass is greener where you water it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like at the end of the day, you have to deal with something. You're going to have to deal with something, and you have to choose what you want to deal with.
You either want money, or you want a broke man that could do a lot of other things for you.
Or you can have a broke man that you can build, and y'all can build together.
I'm not saying fully broke.
What?
Like everybody, everybody broke is different.
Yeah, I mean financially.
So, right. So,
stability.
And I always say money is not everything, because money doesn't bring happiness.
It does not.
Because you could be with somebody and have a lot of money, and you definitely ain't gonna be happy.
You'd be miserable.
Miserable.
Because that person is never home. Then you start running through your mind who he with, what he doing. Meanwhile, he probably not doing nothing. He's just out there in business trying to get stuff done, and that's who he is, a go-getter. And then you have somebody that go to work, comes home, and he content with just doing that. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take him for $500.
I was going to ask you, what type of man were you willing to take? Are you willing to take that? No. That 9 to 5 paycheck to paycheck. That hustler.
Then she comes home and he be on the couch playing Nintendo or PlayStation. She be like, all he does is come home, sit down, play the PlayStation.
Oh, see, that's cute.
See?
I mean, no. What I'm saying is, you can play all the games you want to play as long as them games is within, at home in a game. That's the only type of game I'm willing to play. But he can spend time with me too. Like, it's a balance. It's a balance. But I don't want nobody on the street.
A relationship is conversation. That's what it is. You gotta be in a relationship with your best friend. If you ain't not in a relationship with your best friend,
then throw him away.
Okay, Steve Harvey.
I mean, throw him or her away. Like, that's not. They not.
I'm just saying. Well, listen, you gotta go through things to learn things, and that's the reason why I stay by myself.
Listen, it's a give and take. It's always going to be a give and take. There's something you have to deal with. You have to know what you're willing to deal with.
Right. Can I just say something real quick?
Go ahead.
How we were talking about potential. Okay, if you see somebody and their potential, that's cool. Like, you can speak to their potential as a friend. I think sometimes when we see somebody and they have this potential, we feel like we have to get in a relationship with them. No, you can be their friend. And speak to their potential. You do not have to, start dating them.
What type of
like
friend?
A real kind of friend.
What's the real type of friend?
Like a genuine friendship. Like, okay,
why
him and I are cool.
She threw the pen
down. Oh, no, because I had it in my head. No.
I said a friend. Ain't nothing happening.
A friendship.
But other day, what kind of friends you was talking about? Like the situationship. So I tell you, I was talking about the other day, I think those are scary, because sometimes people get in those relationships, they settle for that because the person won't give them more, and then the other person is comfortable with that, but there's always that one person who's not comfortable being in that situation. They want way more most of the time.
But then when it's about to get toxic but some people don't know how to cut it off, because all that other stuff is good, and you're like, man, him or her will figure out what's going on. At that time, that person's so deep in. Now that person's starting to get mad. Then the relationship go into something else that's not supposed to. So
the situation, listen, and this is the thing, women, you got to stop being loyal to these men if you're not in a relationship. If you're in a situationship, I hate that. I hate when I see there's this one post or a meme or something that I seen where it's like, oh, she's good for you when y'all not even in a relationship and she's loyal. What? Why? Don't deal with that.
Because they like playing us like we're dummies. They like playing us like we're dummies, and we think that's cute, and we repost it, and it's just like, yeah. But he's sitting over there with Becky.
That's a fact.
While you at home
with the good hair,
waiting for that text message. That's not cute.
I don't ask no questions. If we're in a situation and I see you out, I might not even give you a head nod. I just keep it moving.
But do you expect her to be loyal to you?
You're not in a relationship. You're in a situation.
Okay. But you see, you're grown. Other men have a problem with that. We're not together, but if you see me talking to another guy, you have an issue.
You know what's funny though? I think some of the guys may really be pressed, and I think some guys will pretend like they pressed just to make you feel like. I mean, some of them really be pretending. Like I've seen that. Some of them pretend like they're pressed just for you to think like it's more. Just like that's like they're I'm gonna get her back because they're immature type thing. Like they will really have a female feeling like, oh my god, he's so mad. Look, girl, he was so mad but he said he don't want no relationship though, and she be sounding so dumb because technically he really don't care anything about her, but he'll make himself believe that he cares about her. And why you look like that?
That's not me. That's why.
I mean, it's not true, but like I've seen that, and it's really so sad and unfortunate. I feel like I don't know why we just can't be in committed relationships and just be so in love with one person. Why we gotta bring all the extras in?
Why
there?
You looking at me like that?
Why if I'm feeling
you're the man right now. You're the voice of the men.
I'm not the only man in here, but
you're the voice of the men right now. Why don't you guys just let women go? If you know you don't want that committed relationship, why don't you and you see her going there, why not let her go?
You want my real answer or you want my joking answer?
I want your real answer.
I want your real answer.
I give you my real answer first, then I give you the joking answer. Because that's what men do. Well, some men. And then my joking answer is, from caveman days, when we conquered you, that's it. You belong to us.
Wow. Wow. Cute. Yeah, like Rachel said. Cute.
I told you I could give you both answers.
That is cute.
Nah, but all jokes aside, sometimes you got a lot of guys that get more in their feelings than anything else. Some guys would be like, nah, this ain't gonna bother me. Man, forget her. And then all of a sudden, you start to get feelings. When she knew what it was, and then you started getting your feelings, and you'd be like, man, this is messed up. I didn't tell her that you want to be in a relationship.
Men are emotional. Men are very emotional.
They are.
Very emotional.
Emotional
creatures.
That's the reason why we don't have kids, and that's the reason why we don't get our stuff once a month, because we could not deal with that.
You definitely couldn't deal. You know what? Good point. Great point, man. It's your girl Racqui B. It's a rundown. We got a girl Rachel JANAY in the building. Stay locked in. We got more hot songs for you right here on the rundown. It's your girl Racqui B.
Guns on beat.